Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to Saturday night's offering from SOP, and it is a special one. Not only is it 75 minutes of Misano, it's the Coach Dave Academy monthly event. Two of our lucky drivers will be walking away with setups made by aliens for us mere mortals to take the guesswork about getting on track and getting there into the competitions. Also a special one as well tonight. We will be joined by none other than Daxi Man. And here we go, and he will be joining me, taking you through all the action, and there will be action. Oh yes, let's just quickly jump over the track. We have actually missed the start of qualifying. Just in case anybody's wondering, my mum did make it back from her week's holiday. Her train was a bit late. I apologise for the lateness of the broadcast, but there we go. She is safely home, and that logo is totally the wrong size. Why is that completely changed? I do love technology. What I also love to see is a full 20 car grid. We'll give them a quick run through at the moment, but as I said tonight, I am joined by the one and only Darren himself. It's Daxi, man. How we doing, Daxi? Looking forward to another stint in the commentary box this evening?
Definitely so, and what a better track to be at than Misano and in GT4s as well.
Yep, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I'm just looking down the grid here. We've got an absolutely cracking lineup. As you can see, we've got Hagee there. Is actually taking pole position. Adam in second, Rodrigo third, Borneo. Oh no, Borneo's in second. Borneo's just taken second place. Oh, this is going to be good. Where is MGL? MGL is there in fifth. Wow. Right, okay, we absolutely game on. MGL. For anybody that doesn't know, after tonight's race, you're going to know. Bohan Bear in 20th, Fearless Freak in 19th. We've got Brizzle is in 18th place. Then it's Tro in 17th. Rossi G in 16th. We've got Mario. Anybody don't know Mario? You will know after tonight's race. He is in 15th. We've got Ray Steve and MSX, the SOP partners, in 13th and 14th. They're on row 7. Row 6 is that Qatar doing GTJ. RTA Akmadwa. That's going to be fun tonight. Is in 10th with MX Blossom side by side. Sierra Nico is in 8th. SOP SV5 in 7th. We've got Yuri B in 6th place. MGL in 5th. Rodrigo 4th. Adam 3rd. Borneo in 2nd. Keep an eye on that one. And CRN Hagee taking the honours. As I jump back on board, we're going to go with Rodrigo because I know what the start line is like here. That is a cracking lineup we've got there, my friend. And as you said, Misano, what a track to do it at.
I know. I've not driven around this track in the GT4, so I'm not going to pretend I know how easy it is at all. But I know for sure downforce is really used by the GT3 cars. I don't know how it's going to work out with these, because they don't really have that much downforce, do they?
No, they don't. These cars definitely do not have the same type of downforce that the GT3 brethren do. These are more pimped out road cars. I think GT4's to say. That's pretty much what they are. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to call it what it is, the GT4 class is really just take a road car. But when we say road cars, we're talking BMWs, AMGs, your Genettas, your Aston Martin. Where is Jixer in the chat? He loves a Ginetta. Come on, Jixer, I know you're there. Say hi. Give me your... Is he there? He's not quite in yet. He will be soon. No. He will be soon. He will be soon, and he will be singing the praises of all who are driving the Ginetta this evening. As I say, it is, of course, the Coach Dave Academy sponsored event. Let me just have a look and see if we can't just quickly... Yeah, let's just do this. And of course, we've got one race this evening, so 2 of our drivers will be winning a setup for their car of choice made by one of the in-house aliens at Coach Dave Academy. Alera Kenslin, I know one of the drivers, Gregor Schill, another one of the drivers over there. That is just, yeah, to say alien is an understatement for the pace. And some of these drivers, we're going to see some really top-end pace this evening. Good evening, SOP Motorsport in the chat. Let's go. Can't wait to see these GT4s. Indeed, MSX is in the chat and on track, multitasking like a legend. Love it. I don't know how he does it either, mate. I can barely hold a conversation. Never mind. Here I've got, oh, CRN Robbins is in the house. Let's go, boys. Have a good one. He's here on CJ Mack, by the way. If you're in the chat, thank you for the follow. And Valiant Vendetta. Oh, that's all the guys from Chad Rice. Right, CJ Mack and Valiant Vendetta. Great to see the follows from those two. And there's Metalhead with the follow. Metalhead, hello there. Metalhead, keep in mind, my friend, that Call of Duty Warzone is cross-platform, bud. So hit me up for a game sometime. We are going to be here for 75 minutes. No mandatory pit stop here, but the guys will more than likely think about having themselves a change of tyres. Might need a splash and dash on the fuel. We'll see how it goes. It is an hour and 15 minutes, so it will be touch and go whether they can get the full race out of a tanker. Again, I'm not sure. I haven't done much running like that in the GT4s, so perhaps not the best to guesstimate. If anybody's in the chat, by the way, Lord Megatron, good evening, Lord Megatron, we bow before you. Just a small warning, I'm known to shoot my own foot, if you know what I mean. Ah, excellent. Yeah, I'm a big proponent of that as well, mate. I've got no toes left, that's why my driving is so terrible. My shooting's that bad that even in Call of Duty I managed to shoot my own feet off. So. Yeah, definitely on board with you there, my friend. We're going to start a warm-up lap. It is Misano 2008. This track was last updated. 1972 it was built, so it's one of the youngest tracks used on the calendar. It's only gained half a mile in its rearrangement, but what a half a mile it gained. And absolutely phenomenal, of course. Almost looks like a well-battered mushroom from the Mario games lying on the side. It could even be a pickaxe from Fortnite, let's face it. It was first proposed at Misano near the Adriatic coast in 1969, and that was when the plans for the new Autodrome were under private ownership and were put forward for the first time. And yeah, it came to fruition in 1972, and what a track it has been ever since. I've done a fair bit of racing here, and I can tell you, perfect weather, and that Corvone on the back straight, Darren, that is a fun one. You definitely don't want to make any mistakes through that high-speed corner. Not an overtaking place you should even consider it, but you get the feeling you're going to see a few side-by-sides.
Oh, you're definitely there. It's it's one of those you should, really shouldn't try and take on, but the problem is it's such a wide corner, the temptation's there. You know you're going to go for it. So let's hope there's some safe driving, but at the same time, you know, a crash here or there wouldn't spoil our night, Raven. Let's be honest with you.
Yeah. A little bit of interest. There's certainly going to be a long line. Like I say, the drivers are in to win a Coach Dave Academy event set up for the car of their choice. Prizes to be won. We're on board at the moment. As you know, there are slight limitations to what we can do with console 6 spectator mode, so we do have to watch the warm-up lap with one car. We do like to do it in the top 5 so we can see the full start, and it is Rodrigo that we're on board with in the Ginetta. Borneo's in a Ginetta, Yuri B's in the Ginetta, and SCV5 is also in the Ginetta. No sign of Jixer in the chat yet praising the Ginettas. He'll be showing some Ginetta love, I'm telling you, he loves that car. Rossi G, no idea why I'm in the pits. You're trying to do a last to first challenge to win the Coach Dave Academy prize, mate. You know what I mean? You can't, listen. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's no zips up the back of these heads. Definitely. There's Yuri B as well. Ginetta driver mentioned sporting the Indigo Lime Racing colours there. It's good to see Hagee and Borneo side by side. AMG and Ginetta with an Aston Martin tucked in there for the top 3. MGL in the BMW. That man has race pace for days and days and days and days and days. So just wait and see where he can finish. We're coming along towards the start-finish line. Now it's Coach Dave Academy drive-through on the start line. Dax, can you check who that is? But it is side by side with the top 2, and it's Borneo round the outside into turn 1. He's going to have the apex into turn 2. Oh, and I tell you what, he's left just enough room. Oh, and he's not going to have the apex for turn 3. But it's still side by side. I'm still declaring it side by side. No, so that Borneo has dropped into place. Adam in third, Rodrigo still in fourth, Yuri B still in fifth, MGL. Oh, and that's a big send from Nico. Oh, and there's a bit of contact between the race leaders. Contact between the top 2 And that yellow car, who is that yellow car that just made 3 places and is on absolutely right? We've got a brand new race leader, and it is Rodrigo. What are the chances of me getting that right? And it is Nico. That is Nico in the yellow motor. Did I not say Nico would be one to watch? And he's already up to 2nd position. He's just put the moves there on Adam.
Oh no.
Yuri B's watching in the background, and I've got some oh no's there from Darren. What am I missing, my friend? What's going on in the background?
There was a black Mercedes. I don't know if that was
GTL,
which got punted by another unfortunate Mercedes, and that's sent him off to definite shadow realm. He's going to have definite front damage from that. He slammed the wall, to be fair, so he probably needs to jump in. Yeah,
Nico up the inside looking to take that corner. I'll tell you what, we've got Mario with a drive-through. Oh, that's put paid to my prediction. It would seem, sorry, I'm stumbling over words at the moment. There's been an absolutely cracking opening first lap here. We see Borneo and, yeah, so Borneo and Hagi side by side on the front row. They touched slightly. Hagi is behind Yuri B now. Borneo's got the move done on Yuri B, so he is up to 4th in fact. It is Adam in 3rd. Sierra and Nico is still patiently looking to get an overtake done as soon as possible. In the turn, run round the outside, goes for the Borneo line, makes it absolutely stick. Look at the amount of grip he's got. Wow, how has he done that? Threads it through beautifully, takes every apex as he needed, and it is Nico who is in the lead of the race and the current contender for a Coach Dave setup. It has to be said, Rodrigo in 2nd. He's got Adam breathing all over his neck, and I tell you what, Borneo, he wants that race victory. He's back up to 4th already. There's Yuri B getting overtaken by Hagi in the background. MX blocks him in 7th, MGL in 8th. We've got SV5 in 9th, GTG in 10th, Race Steve in 11th. There's MSX in 12th with RTA in 13th, Throws in 14th. Bohar Ben is up to 15th, Fearless Freak in 16th. Mario serving his drive-through penalty. He's going to come out well down the field. There's that guitar dude in 17th place, and Ross AG started in the pits in 20th position at the moment. Also 20 cars still on track, and it is all fun and games. Here's Borneo, holds an absolutely fantastic line. Adams run wide. It's going to be some Aston Martin on Ginetta action. We're going to see some Ginetta on Ginetta action as well very soon indeed. Borneo looks to pop out the slipstream. He's got the Mercedes Hagi just in behind him as well. Will we see the gap close? Rodrigo has been overtaken by Nico. Nico is off and running. He is not hanging about for his competitors. Rodrigo then, oh, Borneo up the inside of Adam. Borneo up the inside of Adam, and Hagi's followed him. Is he going to make it stick as well? Borneo's definitely made it stick. He's got the move done on Adam, or has he? Adam fights back, runs a bit wide. Oh, Borneo almost loses his nose, and it's the Mercedes that gains 2 places into the last corner with Yuri B lurking as well. Adam gets forced wide. It's a 2-on-2. They're now doing red arrows formation along the start finish. I've got no idea what's going on, Darren. Please tell me what you're seeing on screen.
This is a mega battle. Nearly going to be 3 wide. No, definitely 2 wide, and then followed 2 behind him. Oh my god, the Mercedes are definitely taking a bit too much cover. The Aston there just pushed too hard, Red Aston. And now it's split back up again, but there's all for the dive down into the corner. I was going to say I was watching the back battle, but this battle's just completely took my mitts. Look at them go.
That is incredible. Oh, Yuri B up the inside. Adam's dropping places like a stone here. He's got right out of the way of that battle. Hagi is making moves. It's now Borneo chasing him down. Borneo, I'll tell you what, that's a hard luck story if ever seen, when they're contact when you're out in front and then he gets double overtaken. That is patience for you in the Mercedes. Absolute praying mantis style. Young grasshopper. That was an absolute legit move. Yuri B trying to close in. I tell you what, that's brought Bloxham and MGL right back into it. Right, listen, MGL, 2nd stint, don't you worry about it. He is getting involved. In fact, he's getting involved just now.
Yeah, this is it. He's been fine with Bloxham for a little while. That was a little bout that I was watching the back. Bloxham and MGL, well, no, it was until obviously that little fracas happened and Adams now slotted in between the 2 of them. But so MGL, if I'm right, he was one of the top 3 that qualified for this race, wasn't he?
6th. He did only qualified in 8th or something. He did qualify outside the top 5, but he's absolutely amazing. Mad start from that boy. What a jump. Nico. Oh, yes. Usually he drives for in real life. He drives Formula 3 or something.
Does he really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he really does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not Rosberg or anything like that at all, is it?
Oh, you can seriously. Right. I know it was Nico Rosberg. How cool would that be, right?
That would be quite fabulous.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, it has to be said. That would be pretty cool indeed, but I don't think it quite is. But you never know, you never know. Yuri running wide in the background, that's going to be music to the eyes of NGL in the BMW. Let's have a run down the field and see what's fully happening then. Rossi G, Mario, and Brizzle Had Ya Mum. What a name to put you, honestly. What a name. Fearless Streak 17th, that guitar dude in 16th. Bohart Bear, he's in 15th. Throw in 14th. RTA, he's in 13th with MSX and Race Steve swapping positions now, 12th and 11th respectively. GTJ is in 10th, he's getting closed in at the moment by SV5 in the gang. MX Blossom just ahead of him now, battling with Adam with MGL, looking to make a move, and it's Yuri B, Borneo and CRN Hagi that are still plying their trade, corner for corner. Rodrigo just ahead of him now. He's got clear air front and back. He definitely wants to keep it calm and keep it smooth. He could get himself a wonderful result here, given the battle that's going on behind him. CRN Nico, he's going to be finished this race about 20 minutes before anybody else, which is great. It means I'll get to watch the UFC. And but yeah, what a flyer for the Aston Martin here in Italy. And he's jumped all the way through the field, and he's got himself off in the lead. Oh, it really does. It really does. A lot of Janetta loving as well. Oh, it's F4 he does, right? Should be doing more F4 practice alongside the end of the along the end of the BTC season. Yes, indeed. But there you go. Yes, so it's F4 he drives.
Really?
Yeah. So very quick driver indeed. I'm going to jump on board. The Janettas are stealing all the camera time. We'll love to see it. There's Borneo there, tucked in this little group. He's got himself back into the battle with Hagi, only this time it's the battle for the last spot on the podium rather than the top spot on the podium. These two qualified first and second in the order they're currently in. A bit of contact just on the exit at turn 3, saw them swamped quickly by the rest of the field, and as that happened, Nico said thank you, sent it. He gave it full postman Pat, sent that full first class, got himself up behind Nico, took first position, and now Hagi, there's an O.
Sorry, yeah, I'm watching this battle in the second pack back here within 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th with the likes of Bloxham. Oh, he's getting done, he is getting done. Bloxham was waiting to get past Adam for ages, and Adam's had that move, and no, he's been pushed off there by a TSB5 in the Janetta. I don't know if Adam's put a bit of too hard defending and just nothing the Janetta can do anything. God knows, but that has definitely given the likes of GTJ the run up on the inside there, and I know it's the faster car in the GT3, and it does seem to be the faster car GT4 as well, so he just eased past that Janetta as well. I believe they are good to handle, but not brilliant top end. Am I right in thinking?
Oh, there you go. That just shows, that just shows you the Janetta's skill set there. A bit of a wiggle there under braking. Much later on the brakes he was able to get, but almost went in the back of him and avoided contact very well. Throw on Adam then. In fact, Adam on the pass? No, Adam is actually behind Throw as well, so he's dropped right down. Bert, sorry, not Bear, Bert. And that guitar dude are battling out for 15th position. Mr. Death Zone in the chat, good evening. How we doing, bud? Battling in front, it is. How is the temperature with you? Are you still cooking? I'm getting absolutely baked alive here. Nico's leading the race. What a start it's been. We definitely get back and watch the start of this when it's finished. Rodrigo is in second. Then we've got Hagi and Borneo, who qualified first and second. They're currently running in third and fourth. Adams coming into the pits. His fairly tyre change is definitely on the cards for that driver. Let's jump back on board with this battle then. It was a battle for 9th, 10th and 11th. It's now a battle for 10th, 11th and 12th. Race Steve, MSX and RTA. AC Mother. Honestly, what is it with people's mums and these names for them? They really are picking them.
I really don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, we really need to vet some of these. Just for their own good, to be fair. Just literally for their own good. Oh, he's thinking about it, I tell you what, Race Steve did get a bit racy there.
And also the point back here for 15th and 14th between, I believe...
That guitar dude and Bert, yep.
Yeah, it's close. One's going to get them in a second. They are fighting down.
Oh, Borneo's caught right up with Hagi and Rodrigo. Right, this is bunched right up again. Right, this is going to be one of those races where we actually do watch the leaders for the majority of the race, because this is phenomenal stuff here. There, let's jump on board left. That one there. Oh, that's that one there. go. There he goes. Right, we Batman overlap there. Seriously, that one came with sound effects, but that was an actual sound effect. Okay. Adam West. Right, stop it. Higgy then, we're on board with Higgy. You can see Borneo in the back, and that's Rodrigo just ahead of them. I did say Rodrigo would be looking to keep it clean and keep it neat. Trying to get through. In fact, you can just see Nico in the background, in the foreground there as well. And I'll tell you what, it is Ginetta on Mercedes, on Ginetta, soon to be on Aston Martin. Oh, I'll tell you what, Higgy absolutely running the limits there. Mercilessly cuts that curve. He absolutely annihilated that thing there. Straight over it.
I don't know how the other Mercedes, they're known for taking them, aren't they? They're known for absolutely
cheap cars. Cheap cars, Simon.
Possibly so, possibly so.
Yeah, Simon does.
Is that Yuri B?
In the background there, yeah.
Past, yeah, he has managed to get past his MGL.
Oh, has he? He's gone past the MGL. Oh, so he's up to 5th, yeah. Right, okay. Sorry, let me just turn it back up a bit. Sorry, the volume's on this. I'm having a nightmare with audio just now. The PC is literally speaking to this actually. No. Get that temperature. Sorry, let me just make sure the broadcast for PlayStation 4.
Oh.
It is for Pro. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, look at that.
That is really pushing it there with the Mercedes.
Yeah,
really
that is
pushing
really
it.
close. Really close. Is he going to go for an outside? Maybe he's going to have to go up the inside. Nope. The Ginetta showed him the inside, then the outside there. Sorry, on you go.
Well, this Mercedes seems to have the better legs, at least on the Ginettas. The Ginettas definitely got the grip through the corners, but you can just see them catch back up with them every single time. They're just snapping away when it gets to the next corner. They seem to just outrun them through the corner, then they catch them back up and start snapping their heels as they enter the next one.
Yeah,
Say that, the Ginetta of Borneo is snapping away at the heels of the Mercedes in front of them. So what do I know?
Absolutely
so
nothing it would appear, but it's pretty much the sum total of what I know as well, because as soon as I declare something, it goes completely the wrong way. You know what I mean? I did say Nico and MGL would be two to watch tonight. Nico really has taken that invitation wholeheartedly. MGL, of course, in 6th at the moment. Leon Seeley is in the chat. How we doing, buds? GT Charity is in as well. Oh, we've got a follow. Perfect Storm Racing. Thank you very much for the follow as well. So along with CJ Mack and Valiant Vendetta today. Two very quick Gran Turismo drivers. In fact, we go. Oh, side by side, Higgy and Borneo. Borneo up the inside into Corvone. And I tell you what, all that defensive work that Rodrigo's done, all that's done is help Borneo. Borneo's going to be side by side. These two love a side by side all the way through that corner. I did say that was not the place to overtake. Is he going to leave him room? He's not. He's going to close the door. Borneo's going to get a bit of grass. He's going to have to rebuild that. UDB is going to close in, and MGL in the background. Is he going to do a Nico? Is he the praying mantis looking to pounce once again? I think he might be.
I think he might be.
Yeah, I think he might be. Higgy having an absolutely phenomenal race. Great recovery from both him and Borneo. Just unbelievable to get back up here and be battling this. And I'll tell you what, it was, you almost wish they could get past Rodrigo just to see how close they could get to Nico. You know what I mean? I don't. Yeah, I'm not wishing anybody. I'm not showing any favourites. I just want. Oh, he's got close there. Wow, that clenched there. I lost half my driving seat clenching that time there. That was absolutely phenomenally close there. So you can definitely see that Mercedes has got the pace on Rodrigo at the moment, but he is valiantly holding on in there, and CRN Nico will be lapping this up. There's Jairza Gruana. Wow, sorry if I got that on. Jarai, sorry buddy. A few seconds ago, thank you for the follow. And he is cheering on Rodrigo. So you might, I tell you, what a defensive job he's doing. He's got pace, he's deserving of being in the top 3, and he's doing a great defensive job. But he does seem to be the cork in the bottle at the moment that is giving Nico a little stretch of the legs here, a lot of slipstream once again. Let's see if I Jairza Gruana. Let's go with that. Any good? And there's Albaron. Wow. Albaron, sorry if I got that wrong too, but SLP on top. Welcome to that. So of course it is the Coach Dave Academy monthly sponsored event. 2, not just 1, 2 of these lucky drivers will receive
How many again? Just remind
two.
me.
Usually it's one per race, but we're only having one
Ooh.
race tonight. So
Oh,
we're
go
doing
on.
two in this race.
Sorry, I'm seeing a little mini battle at the back here between
Excellent,
Fearless
excellent.
Freak, STR DRS, and I believe Brown Burt.
Oh, battle for second place. He's sailed up the inside. Turns 1, 2 and
Gasson.
3. We're going to see side by side action again. And Borneo is about to do a Nico. In fact, he's about to do a Hagee. They're going to go 3 wide. Yuri B in the background is loving this. Oh, Rodrigo's on a little bit wide. The Mercedes is through, and the Jeanette is side by side with him as well. He's going to take a much better line. Oh, wow, that is brilliant driving by Rodrigo there to get that line back in. Look at the managed to pace. He's managed to carry through that corner to defend against Borneo. That is phenomenal, and all that's done is fed Borneo to the Sharks then. Hagee off and running. Rodrigo with an amazing defensive move through turns 4 and 5 to keep Borneo at bay. Borneo's going to have a nibble. Oh, he's up the inside.
And he's had a buy. That buy has worked.
Wow.
He's got through. Well done. Well done, that man.
Yeah, he really has, he really has. Let's just quickly get a camera and see the action because Yuri B's now having a nosy at Rodrigo, but it is Borneo and Hagee then that have both relieved themselves of this situation, and Yuri B is now the man that is putting all the pressure onto Rodrigo. Let's have a look at this one from, let's look at this from helmet cars. See, oh, look at the car at the inside. This MGL getting involved up the inside. Rodrigo is pulling off some amazing defensive driving here, and I'll tell you what, that's playing bit of contact.
A little bit of contact.
The one good thing about these cars is they're made like tanks, so you can literally rattle them into a wall, and I think I'll still run another 40 miles. So yeah, CRN Robbins in the chat, nice. Indeed, some phenomenal overtake. I tell you what, I pity the fools that I've got to try and pick the two winners. Moving swiftly on, in the top 3 we've got Borneo in 3rd, Hagee in 2nd, and Nico is 5.9 seconds ahead with 57 minutes left to go. Will that gap stretch? Will that gap shrink? Will Rodrigo get a move done back on Borneo? MGL on Yuri B then. Bit of contact between the two of them. MGL is up into 5th place. Bloxham and GTJ. That's not GTJ, that's Adam. Oh, and Adam again. That's not Adam. That is Adam. That's Adam out the pits.
Back marker,
He's. Oh, damn, son. That didn't go well.
Not good night for him tonight, unfortunately. And apologies for him and other drivers which may have been affected by Adam.
Yeah,
if you've been Adam tonight, please call us on 0800 Adam.
If any of the issues affecting Adam have affected you personally, give us a call. Sharon Robbins playing a hellish clean fights going on at the top, lads. There, we love to see it. You better believe it. Borneo is quite possibly the cleanest driver on the planet, and such a nice guy as well. The first time I ever met him, it was in a league race. My race 1, I qualified down in 16. Someone took a wiggle at the first corner of the Nürburgring. I wiped him out. It's the first time in that and only time in the championship. He finished outside the top 3 and he lost the championship by 2 points.
And he's friends with you, right?
So I completely killed his championship the first time I raced with him. First time he didn't win that championship as well. He was the defending champion. It could not have been. Absolutely.
That Raven. Ah.
Yeah, but no, Borneo, absolutely marvellous guy. Really clean racer. Really quick. Just so smooth. Just one of these drivers like Keir Clifford, just so annoyingly smooth on the accelerator and brake. Just makes it look effortless. And it really is. I mean, Hagee qualified in pole position. The two of them have been showing some great pace, but if we're being honest here, for me, Borneo is the one that's got the pace out of the two of them, because it doesn't matter how far away Hagee tries to get, Borneo is right back in there. So the legs on the AMG certainly look like they're being more than matched by the cornering ability of that Ginetta, certainly in the hands of Borneo there. And it's Rodrigo and another Ginetta in 4th. The Ginettas really are running great guns. Let's remember to put it back to that view so it looks
I reckon you're going to watch out for MGL though in this BMW behind him, because he's slowly catching up to Rodrigo. And then as soon as he comes into play, that is known to be the car with the highest top speed, and on this back straight here, this is where it's catching every single time. He's currently 1 second behind Rodrigo. Watch that go down to at least 0.8, but it already is. We're already going around the first corner.
Wow.
Just chewing that away. So he's going to catch back up. He's going to, and possibly make trouble for those Ginettas as well. They do like to wiggle around those corners, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And I tell you what, we're talking about the AMG. It was just Borneo almost made contact with Hagee there. Coming in, he was carrying much more space into that final monster braking zone there. So I think his corner exits are so good in that Ginetta that yeah, I think it's completely negating the straight line speed that the Mercedes has got. So Borneo again is going to rebuild and catch back up. The gap with Nico and Hagee now 7 seconds. So that gap has stretched. Rodrigo in the background. Oh, he's got a lot more pace than Borneo. He's going to go up the inside. Borneo will hold his line here. Realises that he's been done for pace, but he's going to cut him right back up the inside.
Thank you.
Wow, and then they're going to go side by side in the corner where you really should. No, Borneo thinks better of it. And I tell you what, MGL then says thank you very much in the BMW. He gets the better corner exit out of all three of them, and he has absolutely got the pace on both of these drivers. That's Borneo and Rodrigo. Look at that. Sweeps up the inside, through the inside line on Borneo to take the outside line on Rodrigo. Doesn't manage to hold it, no, does he? Yeah, he does. Borneo holds his line as well. Yuri B, he has got front row seats to a phenomenal battle here. Two Ginettas in the BMW duking out in the middle of Italy. Absolutely fantastic. Look at Borneo up the inside once again. Takes the apex, is absolutely beautiful. Corner exit speed is everything. And Rodrigo tucks straight into the slipstream, and now here comes MGL in the slipstream as well.
This is the thing, I saw MGL go, well, you know what, I'm going to just take that slower but wider circle so I get that longer run up the straight, and look what the advantage that's giving him at the moment.
Unbelievable, and yet Rodrigo's still tucked in there then, so slipstream. MGL's going to try and go round the outside. Yuri B's going to come and remind MGL that he's still there. Borneo carrying absolutely phenomenal pace through the corners here in that Ginetta. Look at the exit he gets once again. And again, so oh, and there's a bit of that was MGL was trying not to take advantage of the place, and it's wiped out Yuri B there. Unfortunately, Yuri was on for an absolute cracking run, and that's right at the end of the lap, so you can't even dive in the bits. Although in these cars, the damage isn't actually as comparable, so that's unfortunate there. What it does do though, it releases Borneo. He's now got a tall order, 2.8 seconds. If he can close this gap on Hagee, he is getting a Coach Dave Academy. That's as simple as that. Rodrigo, he's got to, surely. I mean, Hagee qualified in pole position, and Borneo keeps catching up. He just keeps catching up. He gets caught up in battles, catching them up again, catching them up again. He's got 51 minutes to go, and this battle's going to go right to the end. It's amazing stuff. It is amazing stuff. Let's have a quick run through. There are 20 drivers on track at the moment, believe it or not. I know you've only seen about 4 of them. There's Fearless Freak in 20th, then there's Adam, Trouble Magnet for this race. Unfortunately, Adam, I know the feeling, the SOP staff race did not go well for me at all. If anybody wants to giggle at just how much gurning I can do in one race, that's where you pull the funny faces. Go back and watch the broadcast I did of that race. It is phenomenal, the fact I didn't swear and pull so many faces in such a short period of time. Ray Stephen 18th, Rossi G in 17th, then it's Brizzle, get your name changed, in 16th, Bohan Bert in 15th, Throne 14th, Mario, the ST DRS team man, Mario, very quick driver, he's in 13th, he could still finish in the top 5, believe it or not. Okay, just remember I said that. That guitar dude in 12th, RT in 11th, MSX is in 10th. He's got SV5 in front of him in 9th. And Yuri B has recovered from that impact. He's in 8th place with GTJ ahead of him in 7th. Then it's Bloxham, the first of the 2 BMW drivers, in 6th. And then the second of the 2 BMW drivers is in 5th. That is MGL. He's got Rodrigo ahead of him, trying to close the gap on Borneo. Borneo trying to close in on Hagee now. They'll all have a little bit of damage here and there. Shouldn't affect the cars too much. He's now 3.3 seconds off of Hagee, who is in 2nd place. And CRN Nico Night Night. Yeah, it's no wonder he's got a GT next to his name. He is a Grand Tourer all on his own, Dax. That is 7.7 seconds in the lead. That's not bad for 14 laps in against a field of this quality.
Yeah, and 50 minutes to go. 50 minutes to go. Granted, there's going to have to be a pit stop, but you know, at the moment, he's just giving himself all the cushion for a pit stop. He can, by the time he's going to need to go in, he's going to be able to go in, come out, and not even need to worry about any position jostling for him, or if he needs to take time to get maybe a little bit of damage repair or anything like that, he's going to be able to just go in and out and no troubles.
Yeah, he really is. He's getting that type of gap, and yeah, the field there's little pockets. We can see that on the map at the bottom right hand corner. Now that Simon pointed out, you can't get the full map. Thank you for that one, Simon. Broadcasts here just get better and better. Teamwork, it makes the dream work. So
Indeed.
Yeah, Rodrigo then. Some shouts in the chat. CRN. Driver of the day, Nico start and Hagee's come back so far. Sounds biased a little. You can sound as biased as you want. They're both perfectly. I mean, it doesn't matter whether they sound biased. They are legitimate reasons for somebody to win the driver of the day. Let's face it, Nico start. Yeah, what can we even say about that? And Hagee, yeah, the comeback drive that he is on, definitely, he is up there. Like you say, Borneo as well. Borneo and Hagee. Oh, wow. It had to be this race that you and I got to pick. I mean, we should put this to a viewer vote or something, because picking into this lot, we're going to... Yeah, somebody's going to be disappointed. It really is.
Definitely.
It really is. Between Hagee, Borneo and Nico so far. Let's not forget MGL as well. He's up quite a few places. And Rodrigo, I mean, we're talking about all the drivers around him here. Rodrigo is hanging right onto the back of Borneo. He is not letting Borneo go at all. And we're talking about the pace that Borneo's got. Borneo is closing in on Hagee while Rodrigo is hanging on to Borneo's shirty tailies. So there's 5 drivers. Oh my goodness me.
He definitely is. It makes you wonder. He seems to be a guy who's faster when left to his own doings, possibly without pressure around him. It was when he was under pressure and was bunched up with others that he just seemed to just drop those places. Rodrigo was, well, he was in second place at one point, so you know that's.
He led the race until Nico went full Batman thrusters.
Well,
Fast and the Furious nitrous oxide all at once. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
It was that brief. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's because he's in the actual James Bond Aston Martin. That's what it is.
That's where the rockets came from.
That's where the rockets
makes
came
sense.
from. Yeah,
There we go.
So, that's the oil slicks on track. And
Borneo pushing a bit too hard into that corner there. Give it Rodrigo a little sniff back
Rodrigo's,
up
that's
towards
more than a little sniff, mate. That's more than a little sniff. That's a side-by-side in the last corner. He's got it.
Oh,
I'll
he
tell
has.
you what, he has as well. Borneo's going to hang on in there. So I wonder if a bit of tyre damage or a little bit of damage from the minor contacts that we've seen. Of course, Yuri B was the one that took the brunt of it. He took an absolute hell of a beast in there. From the rest of the cars. Anybody else chipping in with driver of the day, car of the day? Oh, we've got another follow. Babanism, thank you for the follow. And parsley.
Thank you.
Is that a beer?
Babanism? I don't know, I can't see it.
Yes, it is.
There we go.
But that's the problem when you're partially dyslexic. Reading things, it really is. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. But I do make it interesting. So Rodrigo, he's definitely making it interesting. He is fighting back for that podium position there. He wants that driver of the day. And he is getting himself into contention well and truly. After us talking about good Borneo, make a comeback on to Hagee. Well, Rodrigo said, hold my Saturday night beer, lads. I'm going to make a challenge for that myself. MSX and SV5 are still battling out to be the lead SOP driver. I want to tell you what, there's Borneo. Oh, Rodrigo there, don't move back outside, bud. You can only make one move. That's just another move, but I tell you what, that Janetta, once again, the corner exit speed of Borneo. Coming in at first, he's going to go. No, he's not going to go up the inside.
He wants to catch that. He wants to get back in front of Rodrigo now, because he had dropped the gap between him and Hagee down from like 3.5 to about 2.7.
I think it was just about 2.1.
Oh, did he get down to 2.1? And then
yeah, got down to 2.1.
Then obviously he's pushed too hard.
Just before Rodrigo got the move.
Yeah, and then he's pushed too hard. He's lost that space. Now he's having to deal with trying to get past Rodrigo again. And Rodrigo's not an easy man to get by. Really good at defending. He can place that Janetta just in the right spot. You know, frustrate him a bit, lose him time. And you know, Hagee wants that, and Nico definitely wants that. But you know who wants that even more? MGL. Look at him. He's creeping.
Oh,
he's creeping up to him. I'm telling you, you got to watch him in that BMW. The only problem if he may get is he gets too eager and starts pushing too hard as well. So if he just keeps his cool, he might definitely see possibly a podium finish if he plays his cards right. Don't want to wish any ill will on the other guys, but he's
listen,
somewhere.
nothing we say is with bias. We just want to see on-track battles. That's it.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? It's,
We
yeah.
just want to see blood.
Yeah, we
No,
don't care. Let the driver's emotions fall by the wayside. We don't care who wins,
Indeed.
as long as we get action. That's exactly what we are here for. Is that the guys who are here for? Remember, you want to get involved, actually. Oh, no, don't. Oh, there we go. I love it when the keyboard tray moves all on its own. You can't actually. There we go. Look, we're all posh now. You can type exclamation mark Discord and click that link, and you can get involved with the driving PS4 and, of course, PC. Once a month, the Coach Dave Academy events, where you could win a setup made by aliens for us mere mortals. So you can take the guesswork out of getting yourself on track and being competitive. Although I tell you, I'd have to take a hell of a setup to get me competitive with this lot up at the front of the field. That is for absolutely sure. I would need the actual James Bond, Aston Martin. Borneo in the Ginetta, still trying to close in on Rodrigo. With the closest two on track at the moment. Fearless Freak. Oh, drive-through, early door, Yuri B.
Oh no.
Oof, that's a drive-through for track limits. That's a painful one.
You feel bad for him, though, don't you?
Yeah, after that contact, that was brutal.
Because he's doing it out of frustration because of what's happened there, and you know, with that frustration, he's now picked up a drive-through, so they got to frustrate him a bit more.
You know, I don't think it's just so much frustration. He took that front impact and then spun, so his tyres are going to be, more than just a bit wonky. It's that whole getting to know the damage of the car. It can take 2-3 laps, as I found out at Zolder the other night. It can take 2 or 3 laps to fully get to grips with exactly what damage you're carrying and where it's going to affect you, like which corners, on the straights, things like that. So yeah, it could just be getting used to the damage. Plus, you might even have got done for track limits after making the contact. That's the problem. If you get skited across, you make contact and get skited across a curb, you could end up sneaking yourself a warning for that. So
that was one of the reasons why I didn't partake in the SOP one the other night. Is that was the last thing that happened to me after being taken out at Silverstone the other day. I ended up getting the drive-through and taken out as well, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah, just pop the salt and the vinegar in the mood, please.
At this moment. So yeah, that's it.
Left that one well alone. Yeah, I know how that goes, mate. I know how that goes, definitely. Let's see, I can change. Ah, there we go. We're getting the actual live update. Look at the track thing. Very good time. This is the battle for. Wait, what? Higgie's in the pits. I got all confused here. Higgie's coming to take a pit stop. He's come in to take on board some fuel. Is he going to keep an eye on him, please, Dan? Check how long he's in the pits for so he can change his tyre. We'll stay on board with Borneo in helmet can. Watch them trying to battle away with Rodrigo here. Absolutely phenomenal action. Borneo playing on the line for us this evening. Higgy as well. Dan's going to keep an eye on him to see when he comes back out. We'll stay on board with Borneo through Cuerca. Right, he goes up on the field, Ginetta.
Taking a bit of time. I reckon he's got a bit of fuel. He's now on.
Right, tyre
going
change.
down that long straight.
Yeah, so he will have taken on tyres. So there you go then, 40 minutes to go, so a bit of fuel and some tyres there as a 40 driver's mind. I can't see the track temperature at the moment with the good we're in helmet car. Carbone coming along into sector 3. You can see the Ginetta then. 34 degrees.
General temperature is 25 at the moment. Sunny.
Fix your trade uprights and all that nonsense.
Indeed.
TJ Duval, how we doing, bud? Duval at the back. Duval.
Hey TJ.
Yeah. It's funny when you try and work out people's names. You're trying to figure out which part is the team name, which bit's an initial, which bit's ours. Look at the.
Do you want me to show you how much of an old man I am at the moment, mate?
Please do, man.
I had a little chest in front of my screen on the Twitch stream. And I clicked it. I didn't know what it was.
You had a
Guess
what?
it's a little chest, like a chest full of gold.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I didn't know if it was something on the screen or I don't know what that was there. I thought it was some part of Twitch, but obviously not.
Oh.
Ignore me. I'm babbling.
Yeah, you've got me curious now as to what that could have been.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right, okay. There's not really looking at this now. That's fine. As long as everything's still running. So where has race leader, or second place, sorry, Haigie's still in the lead. What are we looking at Darren for?
He's popped out
Sierra
at
and Haigie.
12th at the moment. Yep.
Right, okay.
It's dropped him down there. But, you know, that might work in his favour against the likes of Nico. You know, getting in there early. Getting his tyres all warmed up and back out again. Have we seen Nico go in at all? I don't think he has, has he?
No, Nico's not pitted yet. Oh, just as
Will
we say that.
Will he?
Just as we say that.
Oh,
that
really?
is Nico. Yeah. Nico's just come.
Oh,
to the
he
pits.
has.
He has just come into the pits. Ooh,
There we
so
go.
he has seen second place pit and come in. Rodrigo. He's
Start
stayed out. Borneo's come into the pits as well. Ooh, MGL, he's come into the pits too. MX Blossom's come past. SV5's come past. MSX.
It's a domino effect, isn't it? One goes in, and then you
Yeah.
start saying, "Well, I don't want to give him too much of a lead with not going in myself. Oh, you know what? I'll dive in myself. I'll dive in." Then you just get this domino effect of all these other drivers coming in there.
Yeah, so Borneo, MGL, race leader Nico in the pits. UDB's about to come into, yeah, he's just about to come past the pit entrance as well. Is he going to come into the pits? We've got Mario as well, CRN Haigie. It's obviously the man we're watching. Yuri doesn't come into the pits, that guitar did neither. Mario's going to be the next man past, and Haigie is getting pretty close. He's getting close. Nico is moving though. So Nico is moving. Borneo still stationary halfway into the race. Where is Haigie? He's coming around the last corner now. Nico is definitely going to be back out in. Oh, or is he? Oh, wow. He's still.
No, don't know.
Oh, he's crossing the line now. He's crossing the line now. So that is him being released. And I'll tell you what, there's Haigie in the background. Oh, no, it's not. That's a different car completely. Total fake news. There's Borneo coming out the pits though. That was Borneo was seen. Let's see, Nico, yeah, he's into turns 4 and 5 there. Haigie is out and running. Borneo, that's not Borneo, that's Nico again, that's Yuri. The timing board's jumping all over the place. Borneo's back out, MGL is back out and running as well. So at the moment, yep, Haigie has maintained the lead. And MGL is overtaking Borneo in the pits. MGL is overtaking Borneo. MGL is ahead of Borneo.
How's he done that? Well,
Quicker pit stop, or he's just got yeah. If he don't know if he got an overtake done there or what. But MGL, woof, he's back on the CDA list then.
Watch him.
Yeah, I did say that, and he is now technically running third. By looking at Nico leading the race, Haigie in second. Oh well, Rodrigo as well. Rodrigo's still got the pit. Sorry, Rodrigo. He's staying out in the lead of the race. Blocks him second. SV5 and MSX then third and fourth at the moment. RTA, that guitar did UD fifth, sixth, and seventh. Then it is the first. Then it's the lead driver to have pitted. That's Nico. Mario still needs to come into the pits. Haigie, MGL and Borneo, as we know, they've come into pits. MGL and Borneo have traded places. GTG in 13th, Throw in 14th, Rossi G 15th, Race Steve 16th, Adam in 17th. Bo Hunt Bent is just coming out. Bo Hunt Bert is just coming out of the pits. Brizzle in 19th, and Fearless Freak just coming out the pits in 20th position. And let's see if there's any change in this middle order then. It's quite the gap then. The MGL's got over Borneo. That's 2.6 seconds.
Yeah, quite staggering.
That really is staggering. So I'm wondering if Borneo's taking on too much fuel, or if MGL's not taking on enough. I mean, yeah, but given the gap to Haigie as well, Haigie is absolutely flying. I tell you, is that Nico just ahead of him? No, it's not. Is there another Aston Martin on the track? Yes, there is. Is it Brizzle? It's Brizzle with the pink wheels. Yep, so Brizzle there I thought Hagee was catching, but Hagee is putting in an absolute shift at the moment. We're going to need to wait till Mario pits until we can get a proper readout, but it does look like Nico's still 11 seconds ahead. Drive through for track limits for Adam then.
Oh,
Yeah, going
Adam.
from bad to worse.
Oh, Adam.
For our Aston Martin
Remember,
driver.
if you've been Adam. Cool. 0800. Adam. Go from
Indeed.
there. I'm actually quite flabbergasted. MGL's done a sterling job there. I think he may have just gone, you know what, I'm going to hold about 3/4 of my tank, come in, maybe just literally do a splash, do wheels, and that's it, where he's possibly only done a half and half with Janetta to keep it light, and then got more time because of the extra fuel. That's the only thing I can really put it down to. I didn't think they were that close for any type of overtake.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I didn't think he was close enough either there. Sorry, I was just checking some of the other timing boards there. Mario's coming to the pits and he's going to serve his drive-through. But you're right, MGL, he has put on whatever he's done it magnificently because he's gotten himself ahead. As we say, of Borneo. They're coming past the back marker now. It's a phenomenal drive. If he gets himself onto the podium in this field, that is incredible stuff, and it makes it very difficult for you and I to choose at the end of the race. That is for absolutely sure. That Guittardi closing down, looking to make places before his pit stop. Still a few drivers to pit, of course, with no mandatory marker. It's difficult to keep track, but we do know that Nico, Hagee, MGL and Borneo are battling it out for position, and Nico is stretching that gap now. He is extending. After the pits, he's up another 2 seconds. Only 32 minutes left to go. So he is looking very comfortable there, but a lot of back marker action to deal with, so you just never know. And there's another drive-through. Oh, it's RTA. Christ, I thought that was Nico there. That looked awfully high up the board, but so that's the third driver. 3. We've still got 30 minutes to go. Yeah, many more drive-throughs do you think we're going to see then, Dax?
Well, possibly a fair few from the way things are going so far. It's unfortunately one of those tracks where it is quite difficult to do, because you are encouraged to go quite over the curbs, but then you go that fraction too far, it's going to punish you vigorously. So that's the problem with Misano.
Indeed it is.
Oh God, sorry.
What
I was just watching RTA take on a bit of lawn mowing duties around one corner there. He didn't lose his position to the guitar dude in the Audi behind him, but I thought he was going to completely lose it. He jumped onto the grass and managed to just hold it and keep back on.
Right, okay, so that guitar dude. Oh, drive-through cleared for 789. Sorry, all these notifications coming up at the bottom. It's all fun and games to try and keep track of everything.
Of course, Race Steve's got a drive-through as well now.
Oh, right, I thought I said drive-through cleared. But he's been given a drive-through just as someone else cleared their drive-through. Oh, I'll tell you what, that guitar dude, go on son. He's looking to throw the Audi, the lone Audi driver. I can't believe there's more Porsches than Audis, it's insane. But there is, that guitar dude. It's not often you see that. I mean, there's more BMWs than Audis. What? But this is GT4, that guitar dude makes the most of the slip by RTA, although you feel that RTA with the drive-through penalty probably didn't feel like putting up too much of a fight there. Yeah, no. Coming in the pits to serve the drive-through there. UDB then will be promoted to 7th. Hagee, 14.8 seconds now is the deficit to Nico. He is absolutely stretching, and I'll tell you what, the gap between MGL and Hagee is now only 2.1 seconds, whereas the gap between MGL and Borneo is 4.1 seconds. So to put that in an abbreviation, MGL go quick broom broom, Borneo needs to get the foot doon. Okay, MGL is absolutely monstering in the second stint.
Glad you explained it like that, because I didn't quite get it before you said that.
I like to make sure it's idiot proof for you, my friend.
You go quick broom broom. Oh dear.
Yeah, he really is. 2.2 seconds.
He is really fast.
Yeah, he really is going very, very quickly indeed. I mean, we're all talking about Hagee and Nico doing well. I did say MGL, expect him someplace about the podium, and he's going to get a podium position. It does make it very difficult for us to choose at the end. In the chat, guys, come on, give us some clues. Who do we think is driver of the day? Two of these drivers are going to win themselves a Coach Dave Academy setup, and it's down to poor Darren and I to differentiate between the performances that we have been seeing this evening. So who do we think? Give us one thought each. Who do you reckon is worth driver of the day? Give us a reasoning as well if you want. I know Nico's had a great start. Hagee's had a comeback. Borneo has had a great comeback. MGL has just had an all-round fantastic race. Really. GTJ's running quite well. Adam, let's face it, he's still running despite everything that has befallen him. Adam is still going. That's definitely worth a mention. It really is. So is Mario as well. Mario used to be on the top step of the podium. I don't just mean used to being on the podium, I mean top step of the podium. He's currently serving a drive-through back down in 20th position. And Rodrigo as well. Let's not forget the driver who is actually on track leading the race, and he has shown pace as well. He was well hanging on to Borneo's back, no problem at all. Has he pulled an absolute blinder? Still 28 minutes to go. He looks like he is, and the thing is as well, given how long he's run, you've got to now guesstimate that he was overfueled compared to the rest of his competitors at the start of the race, because he's still running. We're well over halfway in the race, so he had a lot more fuel in his tank. He had a lot more weight in the car, and I'll tell you what, MGL and CRN Hagee are about to get it on.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, they are.
Here we go.
Hallelujah.
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to back MGL here just a little bit, because he's done a phenomenal job so far.
Oh, he really has. He really has. What a comeback from the BMW driver. We've got GT Charity saying that Rodrigo's worth a shout just for his great defence. You're right. Yep, there we go.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. You can't argue with that reasoning. Absolutely can't argue with that reasoning at all. That is pretty, pretty sound reasoning. Oh, there we go. That's the UFC just getting started. Hey, hey. Love a Saturday night UFC. It's every Saturday these days. MGL then. He's trying to make it most, and this is the battle for the second step on the podium here. Nico has got this one in the bag, and at the moment as MGL in the BMW battling with Hagee. Mario still in the pits then. Fearless Freak just crossing the line there in 146, and there you go. It just goes to show you then, I did see MGL will come out. Look at the top left. His best lap was the last lap he did. Stint number 2 for this driver is just incredible. I saw him drive a GT3 car for the first time on Thursday night, and I was absolutely blown away by the pace he showed around Silverstone. Just an incredible driver, and I feel fully justified in making a point of pointing him out at the start of the race. He's going to go side by side. He's definitely signalling his intentions. He will make a move as soon as one becomes available. And heartbreakingly, just behind him is Adam, who's in 15th. He was battling with these drivers to get himself onto the podium. Oh, and never mind that with the BMW. He's going to go around the outside, and Hagee's going to move over and close that line. That's going to leave the cut back open then. The BMW is going to get a great run out that corner. This is definitely going to be a move done sooner rather than later.
Hagee's defending.
Oh, he really is defending. He is defending using the whole width of the track then. There's not going to be much he'll be able to do down this corner though. Look at the way the BMW takes that tighter line on the apex, the line that we've seen Borneo taking so many times, the line that Borneo used to great effect. And I tell you what, MGL
top speed, look at that. Yeah, top speed just go.
Yeah.
No, it didn't get him out. Sorry, I thought he was going to
yeah,
just
well,
go
it's
past
defensive. CRN Hagee is being unbelievably clever in where he's putting his car. He's making it legally as wide as he absolutely can, and he is keeping MGL right where he needs to. Very, very, very close racing from these two then. Very close racing. It's almost as if there was a prize on the line.
What would that prize be? What would that prize be, say if there was a prize?
If there was a prize, well, it would be a Coach Dave Academy setup, of course.
I would love that prize. That's an amazing prize.
Here we go to turn one again. Oh my goodness me.
Is he going to get enough alongside him for turn 2?
Possibly.
not just quite enough yet. Not quite enough yet. But he's definitely sniffing
Oh,
away.
he's
Look
lost the back a bit.
yeah.
Oh, bit of a wiggle on the exit. Bit of a wiggle on the exit. Borneo, in the meanwhile, is closing up ever so slightly. CRN Robbins typing in the chat, and absolutely, yeah, I think a great battle might be slightly underselling exactly what we're watching here. This is some phenomenal stuff. We can see that MGL is absolutely on his light flashers. If anybody doesn't know, the bottom right hand corner, you can't see it because of the Coach Dave Academy logo, so I'll stop speaking about that then. So the BMW is looking to close in on Hagee, and I can assure you, he is flashing his lights. And to impress upon him, he feels he has more pace at this stage of the race. 24 minutes still to go. I think we should go in overtime and penalties. I definitely think this race needs a bit of overtime.
Definitely.
Even if I'm missing the UFC, this is incredible. Just to confirm, Rodrigo is still out in front.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
Literally, that's what I was literally going to say. What's he still doing out? At this point, surely if he now pits and doesn't get a good enough spot, it's just going to be his race over. He's not going to even have enough time to try and make anything back.
Well, I think as well he's being quite well. I think he's going to come right out in a couple of battles then. See, we've got the back marker here, so Nico is catching up. So Nico is the race leader. He's catching up to Yuri B. Now Yuri B's in 6th, but Yuri B hasn't pitted. Neither has that Guitarded MSX SV5 blocks him or Rodrigo. None of the top 6 have. Nico is now catching up onto the back of them, and I think Rodrigo might be, well, that's certainly a decent strategy. Nico's going to have his work out for him, getting past 2 blue flag past 2 drivers that are battling for position. And that's exactly what Yuri B and that guitar dude are doing. So yeah, Rodrigo blocks him, SV5, MSX, that guitar dude, and Yuri B definitely going for the long first stint. MGL, stint number 2, absolutely coming alive in that BMW, putting all kinds of pressure on CRN Hagee. He heard that someone was getting a nomination for great defensive work, so Hagee said, well, excuse me, I've got to come back. Let me show you my defensive work as well then, coach. And I tell you what, he's absolutely done wonders there, keeping MGL and the BMW behind him at the moment. There's an SOP battle going on between the teammates then, MSX and SV5. I know they are 3rd and 4th, but it is the battle for 2nd, down in 8th, that we're going to keep watching as Hagee breaks the slipstream amendment. MGL not trying anything here. I think he's got someone lined up for the end of this corner rather than the middle of it. Doesn't want to get too close at this section. This is where you want to close it in. Right in close here. Try and get up the inside. No, he's not going to be close enough there. He's definitely not going to try and go around the outside. He's going to try and keep that a bit tighter. Can't find the way past. Can't find the way past. Yuri B trying to get past that guitar dude. And Nico is trying to find his way past them. He is our race leader, we suspect, but how quick has Rodrigo been going? 143.7, so he is in the 143s. Let's see what type of lap times Nico is doing. Oh, look at the battle just in front of Nico as well. Wow. I tell you what, let's get a look at the battle in front where we'll check that. 143.1, 144.2. Oof, so Nico and Rodrigo did exactly the same lap time the last time, and I tell you what, he's going to go up the inside. Yuri B's got the move done. That guitar dude getting well away, doesn't want to take out the race leader. The race leader definitely doesn't want to be in this position. Oh, that's all kinds of sloppy.
Oh.
Wow, and he's made it through. Yuri B, the unfortunate victim there once again. And the battle between the two of them will continue with Yuri B slightly weaving there. Is he trying to get back behind, or is he trying to warm his tyres back up?
I think he's trying to make sure he doesn't overtake him because he's got the better run on him down the straight. Well, that's what it may look like. That's all I'm going to say. But possibly just warming up his tyres.
Oof, MGL's warmed up everything. Still can't find the way past. Hagee for 2nd place then. Oh, he's going. Oh, this is the move he was trying earlier. Oh, both drivers losing the back of the car, and they're going to have to get the front of the car in check very quickly. Here they go, here they go.
Hey, Steve, back marker coming up as well. Is that going to make a big difference?
Oh, the BMW has absolutely got the run. Out with the penultimate corner, in the last corner, he looks again. Oh, and he's Absolutely
Has he
dummy
got it?
dummy going round the outside.
He's
That was
done
a
it.
beautiful dummy move. Drive through for Brizzle. And he has got it done. Oh, and he's left the door open. Oh, and he gave him a look up the inside, almost taunting him there. Red rag to a bull. The space is there, but look at the pace MGL showing through that corner now. Wow, absolutely flying there. We see one of the SOP drivers getting very promptly out of the way. And there we go. So it is MGL then. He is up to, we suspect, second place. This is all dependent on Rodrigo's pit stop. And I'll tell you what, given the amount of battling that they've just been done and the fact that they're lapping in the 1 minute 45s while battling, and Rodrigo's been lapping in the low 144s.
Ooh.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes. Rodrigo.
If he ever pits.
If he ever
18
pits.
minutes left. This is what I mean. It's 18 minutes. I think you're right. I think you might be right now. I think it's just a case of push it to the very end, make a pit, and then take the second spot possibly. Are pits mandatory? Is he going to try and just drive it to the end on what he's got?
I'm not sure he could do this in one sitting. I mean, it looks like Rodrigo blocks him at SV5 MSX. They haven't pitted yet. They don't need to pit.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So what you're so they can do, so one whole petrol tank will get them to the end, I think, Simon. I honestly don't have enough GT4 knowledge. I know I should, considering I'm sitting here trying to relay as much information to you, the good viewer, as possible.
Give us a sign, chat. Give us a sign.
Do not get. They don't agree with me. They do not agree with me in the slightest.
No, absolutely.
So yeah, they can do an hour and 15 minutes. GT Charity is giggling away. I know Charity is terrible, mate. It is terrible. You think it'd show a little bit of interest at least. I do know they're souped up road cars and they don't have the aerodynamics of the GT3 cars. I thought they had smaller petrol tanks as well. Yes, it should with fuel saving. They don't use as much fuel as the GT3s. Right, so smaller petrol tanks don't use as much fuel. This could be interesting. What happened to the BM with Hagee? The BM... Oh, that's just been disconnected from the server.
No. No, no, no.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, you're right.
It's just disconnected. Ah.
Did something happen, or was it just a complete disconnect?
Did he spin out? He just disappeared. No. Did he spin out? Come on. Did he spin out? You just seen him on Tagi's back end for lap after lap. He never spun out. He just disconnected. Ah.
Shame. It was I'm not gonna lie. He was a Coach Dave contender for me.
Well, me too. There was going to be an argument between you and I about me getting to pick him and you having to pick somebody else. Like, so, yeah, that disconnect has just saved you a difficult conversation, if I'm honest.
I could have pretended to put up a fight, and now I don't even have to.
No,
there we go.
Kenny was, I said at the start of the race, expect him to be. I mean, the guy just battled his way back. He fought back against Hagee. We're talking about Nico, we're talking about Hagee, we're talking about Borneo. He's put them all to the sword, and he got himself potentially would have been second position. But of course, that might all be in vain if Rodrigo can stay out and fuel save his way to the win.
What will Rodrigo do?
Yeah, seriously.
Literally.
He's not coming to pits once again. Lap number 33 here at the monthly Coach Dave Academy event. As Dax and I were just talking about, it is the Coach Dave monthly event. You can win a setup made for the aliens by us mere mortals, so you can take the guesswork. But we're getting on track and getting competitive. Again, it would take one hell of a setup to get me competitive with some of these drivers on this track, but yes, they're very good nonetheless. If you want to get involved, let me drop that joypad again and almost push a button and end the broadcast. Let's just do that. You can jump onto Discord and join in. You can jump onto Twitter and watch all the stuff. Did I fix the YouTube one? Nope, I'm not even typing in there. I'm typing that in the Discord itself. Yeah, click on the link. You can get involved. PS4. What have we got? Yes, we've got PS4, we've got PC. We should have everything is uploaded to YouTube afterwards, so feel free to go back and give it a watch. We've got Twitter as well. We've also got Instagram. I haven't done that one yet, but we just jumped on board with the old Instagram. So we'll get the link for that loaded in as well. And there's the Facebook page as well. All your social media requirements covered here at SOP. And I tell you what, an interesting proposition. We'll call this the Borneo proposition, because Borneo is now battling out with Higgy. So the drivers that spent the first 15 minutes glued together are going to spend the last 15 minutes glued together. Are they? Is the Mercedes suffering? Oh, he's having a bit of a wiggle there, and Borneo's looking to put him to the sword end, coming through turn 4. They're going to come into Curva Quervica, and it's going to be very, very close indeed. It's going to be more Curvone battles for CRN Hagee. I tell you, Hagee, he's in the running for a Coach Dave event. He's also in the running for most camera time in a race. He has been absolutely everything we have seen on screen. Hagee has been involved in some way or another. And I tell you what, there's all kinds of involvement happening again. There is Borneo. Look at how close he's managing to get. And I tell you, I don't know if Hagee's suffering in the second stint, if he's putting too much fuel, if he didn't change tyres, his tyres aren't coping, but he certainly doesn't seem to have the stint 1 pace that he had. And yeah, these podium positions are definitely all up for grabs. Will we see Rodrigo Bloxham, SV5 and MSX come into the pits? MSX and SV5 are still battling out for SOP lead honours. And Borneo and Hagee are still fighting out. They were in the front, they were on the front row of the grid at the start of the race, qualified first and second. Hagee first, Borneo second, and it is Hagee that is leading Borneo. Still 12 minutes to go, 35 laps into the race here at Misano. Oh, turn 1, hold your breath. Someone leaving the pits there. Oh, that's RTA 70's drive-through. Oh, Borneo looking very quick indeed. He's definitely got a lot more pace than Hagee does at the moment. That's the drive-through cleared. As I said, for RTA, that's the 5th drive-through that we've seen. Adam and Ray Steve are battling out down in 13th position. Adam, I'd say, is definitely a contender for a CDA, given that he's managed to hang on in there. He's still in 14th place, despite all those misfortunes. MSX and SV5 still going 1 and 2. Yeah, on you go, mate.
I'm sorry, I'm flabbergasted. I'm trying to work out what these guys are doing, and with literally just over 10 minutes left, they're still driving, and I'm now studying Rodrigo quite religiously to see if he's struggling, to see if tyres are starting to go underneath him or to that. Doing consistent mid 44s at the moment, not looking like the car's struggling at all. I'm going to only assume that they're staying out and that he's just going to just walk away with first place. I just don't know why the tyres aren't falling off the wall yet, or if we're going to get to the last 10 minutes.
Oh, Borneo up the inside. Sorry, Penultima corner. Borneo up the inside. He's absolutely got the move done. They're going to go side by side into the last corner, but it's going to be Borneo on the apex. And that is job absolutely done for Borneo. Although here comes the Mercedes then. Oh no, this is the last corner now. Sorry, it was one corner earlier. The other side by side the last. Oh, Borneo held that. Snap oversteer. The curb, avoids the contact, so it's going to be side by side into turn 1. It's an absolute replay. The first lap, an hour and 5 minutes later, we're getting a replay of lap 1. So it is lap 1 all over again. They're side by side into turn 1, turn 2. Borneo on the outside. It's the Mercedes has got himself the apex. It's the Mercedes got the run. Borneo doesn't quite get the move done this time. The timing boards say he's in the lead, but clearly Hagee's got the move back done again. They're going to come into this tight double right on the left hand, and I hate this left hand corner here. I love this course, but honestly, that corner there, wow. It is so easy to get that one absolutely all kind of wrong. And we've even seen overtakes through that corner tonight. Nico then is in 5th position. Has he been outdone by the 4 strategists ahead of him? Are they going to do it in a single stint? Is Borneo going to get the move done on Hagee? This was a battle for the top spot at the podium. It's now a battle for 8th place. Borneo's definitely got the run there. Haigie's going to have to be very clever how he defends this. Got to leave him room on the inside. Just about leaves him room on the inside. Carries the pace, so I think Borneo touched a little bit of grass. Both men heavy on the brakes into this very technical double, triple right-hander. Late apex. Oh, Borneo's now sweeping over to the inside, pulls back into line, then coming into the penultimate corner. Into the last corner in procession type fashion. Lap number 37 is now in the books. Race Steve. Oh, he's just got moved on an RTA then. I'll tell you what, Tro is in the background. He's just been overtaken by Adam. Adam fighting his way back through the field. He's actually up to 12th, and I tell you what, he's going to get moved on an RTA here pretty soon as well, I think. He's definitely got pace on the drivers back here in the field. As we know, he qualified in the top 5. So it's no surprise to see him carving his way through this section of the field. But you can only be, oh no, we've lost another driver.
I'm trying to...
We've lost another driver. Somebody else is disconnected. Oh, it's MSX. Ah.
No, it is. Oh, what is happening?
Ah, the server is starting to crumble a bit. Let's hope. Yeah, he's just rejoined and it's thrown him in the pits. He'll have to sit and wait for 2 minutes.
NASA, that was a top position gone.
He was in the top 5. He was battling at
Yeah.
SV5.
Yeah.
He was battling at SV5. Wow. Yeah, PlayStation servers. Sorry, yeah, that's not even PlayStation servers. These are rented ones. So, but still, we still have a battle on between Borneo and Hagee, as if lap 1. These two drivers have resumed the battle. We were denied after they made contact in turn 3. Borneo trying for all his life to get past Hagee here. Oh, he's going to throw one up the inside. Oh, they make a little bit of contact. Both cars rotate. Borneo feels that was his fault, so he instantly gives the place back again. Hagee then,
a lot of space.
yeah. So he's left him back in that position. He's going to rebuild then. Nico is back then up to 4th position after those disconnects. Yuri B in 5th, that guitar did 6th, Hagee 7th, Borneo 8th, GTJ is in 9th, and MSX disconnected and back in the pits. We'll see where he comes back out. Race Steve 11th, Adam is now in 12th. He got that move done on RTA in 13th, Throw 14th, Rottis G 15th after starting from the pits. It's a decent recovery drive. Poe Hunt Bert 16th, Brizzle 17th, and Fearless Freak in 18th place. But it is still this battle we will watch up at the front here. 39 laps into this, just under 7 minutes still to go. Will we see any changes? MX Bloxham for me as driver of the day. Well, I'll tell you what. That's not a bad shout, Simon.
Yeah.
Flown completely under the radar, was involved in a couple of little incidents, and he's gotten himself onto 2nd spot on the podium. That is not too shabby at all, so that is a great shout. Great shout. If he doesn't come into the pits. We'll
Surely,
see.
with less than 5 minutes left, they're not going to.
I've seen it happen before. Mario, ACR League Race. That guitar dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Death Zone. Mr. Death Zone, if you're in the chat, bud, go and type in, like, I've seen you pit on literally, what, penultimate lap? Yeah. You can see it. You can see it. They still might take on fuel. We might be, well, don't know. We're going to find out, though. I tell you, we're going to find out very soon. Adam and Race Steve. Adam back round the outside. He's got himself back into the top 10. Now, that is a recovery drive. Given everything that he was involved in, that's definitely a recovery drive. That's him up to 10th position. Borneo, he's closed that gap back down on Hagee then. So, ding ding, round 3. Might be missing the UFC, but we're certainly getting to a battle here. Let's we'll do some Bailey cam. There we go. Get some Bailey cam on the go. Bailey does love the passenger seat camera. Nice big rear view mirrors there you can see as well. Everything's in place there, that's fine. Oh no, it's not in place. That needs to go there and that needs to go there. So there we go then. Oh, what have we got left? 5 minutes. Bang on, 5 minutes. Ding, 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 ding. Ah, John and his UFC. You're right, Simon. It's only the prelims, mate. It's only the prelims. I'm not twitching. I'm not twitching. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's all good. It's all good. There'll be more action here than there is in the in the early prelims as well. That's for sure.
What is this?
Yeah, although you never know. You never know. But we will know very soon who is going to win this race, and we will know very soon who's going to win a CDA. Because Daxy's already got his choice. Yeah, no.
No, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Now because of just the pure cojones of Rodrigo and just doing a just one stinter, I don't know if I can give him. You know, it's a really good tactic. But then saying that Hagi and Borneo battled like absolute madmen the whole time. So there's been a lot of good drivers. I don't know who I'm going to quite pick quite yet.
Yeah, I know. That's a fair shout. That is a fair shout as well. MGL. Hey, Dexter. The race has been action-packed. We've unfortunately lost 2 drivers from the server. One of them was on his way to being in. He would have been in 7th at the moment, just ahead of Hagi, closing in on that guitar dude. And if the drivers ahead don't pit, then or do pit, he would have been on for a podium. But it has been some phenomenal action. So far, the GT4s around the Misano. Misano never fails to deliver action, though. Let's face it, it's one of those tracks. Absolutely one of those tracks. Yeah, MSX, we saw that, bud. That is absolutely heartbreaking, mate. You were on a battle for the podium there, bud. You and SV5. SV5 as well. I'll tell you, Rodrigo MX Bloxham and SV5 have all done this so far. Oh, Borneo having another probing look there with 3 minutes to go. Is he going to make it stick this time? No contact. Oh, they're side by side. Great run for the Mercedes, but it is Borneo that's going to have both of the apexes along Corvone. The Mercedes tries to squeeze. Borneo holds his ground magnificently well. Oh, the Mercedes doesn't get enough turning there. Left it a bit late, and Borneo has taken that position back again then. Oh, right round the outside. I'll tell you what. Wow, how close are these boys getting?
It's getting tight now. He's making that jet as wide as possible, isn't he?
Oh, he really is. He really is, and he's going to have to. Let's face it. The Mercedes was made as wide as possible as well, and now it is the Ginetta for the first time in the race in the lead.
Door open again.
Oh, it's side by side. The Mercedes are going around.
He doesn't learn. He doesn't learn. I'm sorry. I love you, Borneo, but you've done it 3 times to yourself, my man. 3 times to yourself. Same spot. Dang it.
Yeah, he really is absolutely bad. There's Kieran cheering him on in the chat. Let's go, Borneo. You better believe it. Better believe it. Jixer's cheering on Borneo as well. There's Jixer. Jixer with the Ginetta loving, mate. He's in a Ginetta. That's why he gets these votes. Borneo is absolutely flying. Militant in the chat as well. Good evening, Militant. How we doing, bud? I'm going to be honest, for a GT4 race, it's been absolutely mind-bendingly phenomenal. There's been some serious action taking place. Borneo's been involved in a lot of it as well, it has to be said. He qualified in the front row of the grid with Hagi, the man he's now battling with for 7th place. And what a battle it has been. Looks like Rodrigo, though, with a minute left to go, he has played the absolute move of the race. Although, to be fair, him, Bloxham and SV5 have all stayed out and done a one-stopper. And yeah, it looks like they're going to take the honours. This is going to be a very difficult decision.
I don't know how they're doing it. I generally don't know how he's still doing it 44.5s.
Wow.
With 40 seconds to go.
Wow.
Ow.
So he's done it in one stint. So there you go then. When the rest of the field came into pit, GTJ, Yuri B, SV5, Bloxham and Rodrigo didn't come into pits and survived the disconnect. Of course, MSX was battling with SV5 for a legitimate podium position. Oh, look at Borneo getting very close again. He absolutely wants the honours here. I did say if he could close the gap, he'd be on for a CDA, but now that these drivers have done this in one stint, you've got to feel, is he going to get across the line to win the race now? This is actually going to be the race win. It is the race win then. for Rodrigo. 43
Well, hey.
laps, one stint, no stop. And he is taking first place. Bloxham's going to take second. SV5 is going to round out the podium. There's going to be other cars that finish very shortly as well, but what we all want to know is how is it going to end between these two, Borneo and CRN Hagee. This battle that started in qualifying, side by side, less than 6 tenths separated them in qualifying, and yeah, there's not been much separated them for huge chunks of the race. Yuri B is going to take 5th. That guitar dude is going to take 6th place at the moment. Oh, as we've seen him come along curve only for the last time, asking, can Borneo get it done in the last sector? Can Hagee defend? It's going to be very close then. Oh, Borneo, look at that. You know what he's trying here.
Yeah.
He needs to get the foot down big time. Oh, he's overcooked that. Too much of a V there. Penultimate corner. And it does look like CRN Hagee is going to hold on then. Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, so close to go. He's got behind him. He's really close. Got
side
side by side. Go on, do it.
Where's the...
He's done. Has he done it?
Oh,
Has he got through? No, he's done it.
Oh, he done it. He done it. Borneo done it. Borneo done it. No, he never. 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 It said he was ahead of him after the line.
0.058 between the two of them.
Wow.
Literally that much. I generally didn't know if it was or not.
Oh. I might never breathe again.
Lordy.
That was absolutely incredible. What an ending. That seriously,
Jeez,
yeah,
Louise.
genuinely, I thought Borneo had got it done there. Look at the time difference between Hagee and Borneo, 0.058.
He had the run on him.
That is absolutely incredible. Incredible. What a move. Seriously, that was absolutely phenomenal. Let me just quickly do this.
Who are we going to pick?
Oh my goodness me, did you have to say that on air? You do realise we could have postponed this till tomorrow? Yeah, no.
That's fine.
Brizzle,
Fine.
Brizzle TRV, thank you for what a Daxi climax.
In all fairness, it's never really in my hands, so I pretend like I've actually got input. I don't have any input.
No, I think
I sit here and
means
look
the anticlimax of me declaring that Borneo had got 7th, and then no, it turned out it was actually 8th just because he crossed the line.
a taxi climax.
MSX from the podium, from podium to 16th. Yeah, that was some absolutely phenomenal racing there. Daxi Man and I have a very, very, very difficult decision ahead of us to decide which two drivers are going to win the Coach Dave Academy setups. Who give us a shout in the chat. Give us some names quickly before we go off. And yeah, we'll announce it on Monday night when we return for the Pro Series. Who do we think is worthy? I mean, Rodrigo Bloxham, SV5, one stopped the race and got themselves onto the podium. Nico had a phenomenal run at the start of the race, took up 8 positions. Yuri B, what a comeback after being binned so many times. Can't count Adam out either. After that comeback drive to get into the top 10. And of course, the stars of the show, CRN Hagee and Borneo, both of them putting in unbelievable performances to give us an absolutely mind-bendingly grandstand finish. That was incredible. So yeah, get typing in the chat, let us know. Daxi, that, I mean, can't say enough good things about that race. That was absolutely incredible stuff for your 5th stint in the commentary box, mate.
Yeah, I know. It was going on the whole time. Shame. It's a shame the other guys didn't know about the pit strategy, because it could have possibly kept it hot for a lot more drivers for longer around the track. But hey ho, what a fight between those two, Borneo and Hagee. It's what a fight the whole way through. Literally from the beginning, to the very end, and always on the first set of S's, it would end up being pulled back from him. It was just written. It was written to be.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Just yeah, phenomenal racing from them. Phenomenal racing from them both. We've got a few shout. The race long fight between the two driver of the days for me. I agree. There we go. So there we go. We've got opinions getting chipped in. Oh, let's. Don't care if that's not responding. Why are you doing that to me now? That doesn't matter. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We're going to do a quick raid. We'll go and raid Linksay if I can get that working. I'm off to watch some UFC and recover from that, quite frankly, startling race. That was incredible stuff. Thank you to everybody that viewed and gave us a watch tonight and got involved in the chat. And of course, special thank you to Valiant Vendetta, CJ Mack for the follows, AGR Metalhead with the host, Perfect Storm Racing, Girza Gruana, Babanism, and Brizzle TV, all with the follows as well. So thank you everyone for that, and of course thank you to Daxyman for joining me in the commentary box. That was an incredible race once again, mate. We really do get treated whenever we're in the box, don't we?
I know. I'll bring the magic with me. I'll bring the magic with me. I do love it.
You really do. Awesome. Right, well everyone, enjoy your Saturday night, and we shall see you again on Monday. Get on board with Linksay. He is a great guy, great PC racer, knows lots about Assetto Corsa. He's really helpful with setups, all that stuff. Give him a like, give him a follow, tell him SOP and Raven sent ya. And I will see you all again on Monday night for the Pro Summer Series. All stay safe, take it easy. Good night.
Good night.